Hi, this is Piano Q&A. We're continuing our third segment on teaching cross rhythms. In this one, we will discuss specifically 3 against 2, a wonderful example that my colleague Glenn Webb reminded me of. It's a composition by Philip Glass. It's a chamber work, and it was kind of his move into composing music that was a little more accessible, minimalist, a lot of repetition, and just it's very mesmerizing. So the whole this is the first movement of his Glassworks, and the piano has triplets over duples in the left hand, and then in the bass there's a whole note. So it's very interesting, and it's just this repetitive rhythm, which is, as I mentioned in my last segment, that's so valuable for students because they repeat it. They get this repetition going. One of the hardest things I found in teaching cross rhythms is they will have a beat and they get to do that, and then they have everything on all sides before and after, and so that can be a challenge. So I love pieces like this, and again, thanks to Glenn Webb for reminding me that it is indeed out there. I've heard it many times, but hadn't heard it for a while. So here is let me play just a few measures. This is Glassworks' first movement by Philip Glass. It's in 4-bar phrases, and there's lots of repetitions, and then you repeat the entire piece 3 times, I think. So it's just wonderful. I have a little practice sheet. So I show the students the what it looks like. They've got the music, and by the way, I just downloaded this from musicnotes.com, and so it's very accessible. I'll put a link on the little description of this YouTube video. Like I said in the last segment, one of the first things we do is remind them that 3 against 2, 3 times 2 is 6, and then I have the little visual that I write on their music. I put it in their notebook, and so they can be reminded of how mathematically all of this works. Then I have a first example is show the, so that's the three notes, the triplet. But when you couple that with the 2 in the left hand, everything equals 6. So after we understand the math, and I take them through a series of rhythmic little exercises. So I'll just take 2 notes here, and we're going to play triplets in the right, duples in the left, but we're going to count to 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the right hand would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's triples, and then the left hand would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then when you put them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. We make sure the student understands that. Then you can condense it down and make it easier. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. And we can also play it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I love to count 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Go through all that. And then, as in my first video, we talked about the rhythm words for the 2 against 3 or 3 against 2. So strawberry time, strawberry time, strawberry time. Or who parked the car? Who parked the car? Who parked the car? And very often, but not always, that will be exactly what the student needs. So when they go to the music and you think, who parked the car? Who parked the car? Who parked the car? I have them take it at a slow tempo, and then we speed it up. And sometimes that works, those rhythm words. One of the things I find often is sometimes as they get closer to performance tempo, they can slide back and go to the rather than. So I'm used to that with students. It's a kind of a moving target sometimes. And again, I love the rhythm words, and they work for a lot of students, but they do not work for everyone. So the next thing I will do after the rhythm words, and this actually as a teacher has helped me because it's made me dive into the very deep parts of rhythm and understand how does 2 against 3 and 3 against 2, how does that work, and so on and so forth. And I find that even students who understand and feel these cross rhythms, taking them through the steps that I'm going to explain, really sharpens up that rhythm and makes it crystal clear, and it's pretty wonderful. So I've taken each triplet and repeated each note. So them do their left hand, which are in duples, so each of those becomes a 3. And I just have them play each hand, and so they start to see how do all those six little beats work when you do 3 times 2. So that's just a little kind of base that we use to help them. And then I love to get right on to number 2, which is having the triplet in the right hand, and I've notated it in quarter notes, and then those same little in the left hand. So it will sound like this. Go to the next one. So I'm going to tie the first 2 eighth notes and make that a quarter note, and the last 2 eighth notes and make that a quarter note in the left hand. So it will sound like this. Then we tie the quarter to the eighth, which is, this is getting us really close to this cross rhythm. And then again, like I did in the other example, I show what it would look like if it was actually a dotted quarter in the left hand, 2 dotted quarters. So here's this, 1, 2, 3. I shift and put it into 3/8 time and show them this little notation. I do that so they get a feel for different note values. So here's the 3/8 time, and the left hand has 8th tied to 16th, and then 16th tied to 8th. 1, 2, 3. I show them in 3/8 time again what the left hand would look as 2 dotted 8th notes. 1, 2, 3. Again, that's about 6, 7 different steps that I take them through. I don't do all of the steps every week, and some students can zip through this, and in a week or so they've got it and they feel it. Others need a lot of time, and because I have so many steps, I can kind of figure out where they need a little bit more work. And again, the whole idea is they can see different relationships in rhythmic notation, and also how, and then they start feeling this 3 against 2. Then they, again, here's the main, the first 4 measures, 2, 3, 4. Actually slides right into that. And I also find that students, especially if it's a piece they really enjoy and they're really connected, at some point in this practice sheet, they'll come to a lesson and say, oh, I tried it and it's either really good or we still need a lot of help. And as I also mentioned in the last segment, it's common for a student in their progress with a piece, as they practice all these different steps for cross rhythms, they can kind of slide backwards if they stop practicing the steps. Not all of them do. And when that happens, we just pull out that sheet and go through it, and that usually will fix it. And the goal is that they internalize these wonderful rhythms, 3 against 2, 2 against 3, and enjoy it, and then make beautiful music. Again, any questions, let me know, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.